You've done everything right. You've followed the rules. You've been, quote unquote, a good girl, a good person. You probably got a degree, got a job, got married. You've spent many years working on yourself, practicing manifestation and healing, and you've put a lot of time and energy and probably money into your growth. There's a part of you. It might feel like a very small part of you, but there's definitely a part of you that is whispering, this still isn't it. There has to be more. Something is wrong here. And for some of my clients, this can look like chronic illness. This could look like, and I'm not, going into health and wellness here, but what I am going into is sometimes when there is something not aligned for us, it will come out physically in the body. And there's many different ways that you can know and have an understanding that something is not right with your life. And this will lead you to believing that you're broken or that you're crazy. And I'm here to tell you that you are neither of those things. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You are whole. You are complete. You are perfectly wonderful exactly the way you are. I'm going to talk about why this is happening and how to shift it, right? So the emptiness or that feeling of unfulfillment, or it can be just this subtle something isn't right here. It is not because you're doing something wrong or you've done something wrong, or I'm thinking of one client's like karma, like it's not your karma. It's because the life that you built for yourself was never designed to nourish your soul. And this is not your fault. It is the way that our society has programmed us to be and to believe about the way that the world works. And I'm here to tell you there is a better way. There is a better way. So you were taught that to be the best version of yourself, you needed to be selfless and polished and accommodating and overgiving and overworking and productive, to be able to succeed in the eyes of others, but it doesn't necessarily translate into your own fulfillment, into pride of yourself, into feeling deeply fulfilled and lit up and alive by your life. And this moment, this ache, this knowing, this, it's like this pulse or this pulling towards more isn't failure. It is your wake up call. It is your moment to realize that there's so much more available for you. And this is I just like heard and felt like some people might consider this to be a midlife crisis. And I was like, oof, right? And that's probably coming up because I just read something that it was like, a midlife crisis is not true. It's more that you spend the first part of your life being told who to be and how to be and learning to survive. And then you spend the second part of your life unlearning all of those things and learning to get back to who you truly are and what your truest desires are. And so it's like, you know, society oftentimes considers that to be a midlife crisis. And I am not discounting the fact that people do sometimes have midlife crisis that is detrimental to their health, wealth, family, well-being, all of the things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this distinct moment or series of moments that happen where you're just like looking around at your life and seeing like I've accomplished so much, I've done so much in my life, and yet I'm not actually happy. I'm not at peace. I don't feel a sense of relief, which are things that I believe that we all deserve to have, I guess. I'm like, how do I say this in a way? Things that have happened for myself or my clients, things like leaving a marriage, switching careers or changing careers, going back to school, uh, big life changes, which I'm not saying that doing this work will necessarily lead to big changes, but sometimes it does. And it can feel terrifying and like you're just starting over with a blank slate. And we have a lot of, I was going to say negative connotations, but there can be in our society, there's a lot of fear around the unknown, which is probably human nature, not just our society. But there's a lot of fear in the unknown, fear in change, and we build up beliefs about the way that we think things will be if we grow into a different experience, like ending relationships, moving, starting new careers, these things. And it can feel like you're completely starting over, which not like, oh, I have a fresh start, but like, oh, I'm at square one again. This is going to be a lot of work again. And that's not what it is. What it is it's like meeting yourself for the first time and feeling like you can finally fucking breathe and not pretending, feeling like you're present in this moment and that it's safe and exciting and full of possibility and wonder. And to go from this place of like, even there, it's like thinking back, like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't not deeply. I couldn't like really take a deep breath and feel relaxed into it. And when you make the shift, when you make the move, when you allow yourself to be led or be guided or be in alignment, which I hate all of those cliche terms. But when you decide to listen to your soul and what like the essence of your being is crying out for, that is where the manifestation work can come in and like really magnetize you to the things that you actually desire, because then you get to the truth of what it is that you actually desire as well. And it's like you get to a place where you start to receive your desires, like love and money and support and wealth and health. It's like you're not operating from this place of perfectionism or performing. You're coming from this place of just brutal fucking truth of who you are. It becomes I'm seeing a bunch of pictures, but like it becomes effortless. And not that you don't have to do anything, but it's effortless because it's just like the moves feel like I was made to walk this path. I was made to take this step. I was made to, whether or not that's what's actually happening, that's what it feels like. If you're feeling like I'm fine, everything's fine, I guess it's good enough. And realizing, oh, okay, all right. Just like getting so many things coming in. But it's like you don't have to be a fucking martyr to your life. You don't have to be a victim. You don't have to be like, well, this is what I thought I wanted. And so I'm here now, and this is what I have to have. It's like, no, you get to experience life firsthand. You get to create better and more for yourself. And I'm here to tell you as well, like when you start to do that, it benefits everybody in your life. Even if you like leave a job or leave a career. It's like if I believe that if it's not in alignment for you, then it's not in alignment for them, whether it's a marriage or relationship or a job or whatever it may be, because that's just not how it works. And you don't have to you don't have to continue down the path of pretending and being who everybody expects you to be. You get to create and cultivate safety in expansion and depth. And you get to stop fixing yourself or stop trying to fix yourself and actually come home to yourself. And what does this look like? It looks like spending time every day breathing and listening to your breath. And when thoughts come in, you inspect them and let them go. And just being present with yourself, that is the very first step. When you learn to do that, you'll start to have shifts and you'll start to notice, oh, that doesn't feel good. Maybe that's not aligned for me. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Maybe that's not the way to go. And this can be called like listening to your intuition. And I firmly believe that we're all intuitive. We all have energetic and spiritual gifts, and it's just a matter of practice, slowing down, quieting the brain. Journaling is really good for this. Automatic writing, I love, which is where you just write and write and write, whatever thought is coming into your head, and then going back and being like, oh, what did I write? These are all really good ways to start to tap into and ramp up your intuition, which helps guide you into stepping away from being the version of you that is just going along to get along, going along with society, going along with the way that you've been taught to live your life in order to find happiness. And you get to actually shift into alignment with what it is you're actually here for, what your essence is crying out for, because you do feel that awakening. You do feel that something's not right here. And instead of punishing yourself for it by like doom scrolling or eating or whatever, your vice is, and actually feeling alive and actually noticing, oh, this isn't actually working for me anymore. And it is uncomfortable, but you're worth it. You're worth happiness. You're worth peace. You're worth having joy and abundance and health and love in your life. And if this has resonated with you at all, I'd love to hear in the comments any questions or comments you have.